There are a couple of ways that we can multiply decimals together. So now that we can add and subtract decimals, we're multiplying them together. Firstly, we can multiply them by powers of 10. And powers of 10 are 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, and so on. Because remember, a power means a number times by itself. So 10 tens are 100, 10 times 10 times 10 is 1000, etc. So if we have a number like 3.2 multiplied by 10, we need to think about what's happening to each place value. So if we break it down, we have 3 units and 2 tenths in this one. And each one of those place values is being multiplied by 10. So 3 units times 10, that gives us 30 units. But we can't write a 30 in that place value because we know once you reach 9, we spill over into the next place value, just like a bucket filling up with water. So 30 units we know is the same as 3 tens. And in the tenths, we had 20 tenths because we had 2 times 10. And that means that spills across into the units, so that we have 2 units. And now if we put those place values together, back together again, we have 3 in the tens and 2 in the units. So 3.2 times 10 is 32. And the decimal point is here, but we don't actually need to write it in this case. Let's do another example. So we'll have 1.4926 times 100. So the 1 unit becomes 100 units. And that means it's the same as 100. So it's moved from the units place value to the hundreds place value. And if we do that for every single place value, the tenths, the hundredths, the thousandths, and the tens of thousandths, we'll see that every place value jumps up by 2 places. So the 4 tenths will go from the tenths to the units. And that will give us a final answer of 100 and 49.26. So if we look at the 6, it went from the tens of thousandths up to the hundredths. It jumped up by 2 place values. So looking at these 2 examples, we can see that a bit of a pattern. If we multiply by 10, our place values went up by 1. The 2 tenths went up to the units. And the 3 units went up to the tens. But if we multiplied by 100, each place value moved up by 2 places. So overall we can see a pattern. When we're multiplying by powers of 10, multiplying by powers of 10, we increase the place values by the number of zeros. because multiplying by 10, we moved up by 1 place value, and multiplying by 100, we moved up by 2. So we can see a pattern there. By the number of zeros. And dividing works the same, but the numbers become smaller. Because as we know, when we divide by a whole number, our number gets smaller. So if we have 359 divided by 10, each place value is going to move backwards 1. 3 hundredths will go to 3 tens, 5 tens will become 5 units, and the 9 units will go across the decimal point to become 9 tenths. So 35.9. And another example would be 4,612.9 divided by 1,000. So we have 3 zeros here. That means our place values will become 3 times smaller. So the 4 thousands is going to move down to the units. So our answer is 4.6129. Every place value moved back 3. So the overall pattern here is when we're dividing by powers of 10, decrease the place value.